A Viking longhouse built in the year 500 on the Lofoten Islands of Norway measured 83 meters long and 9 meters tall. Its roof was sod, layers of birch bark and living turf packed over timber, sealed against rain and wind by the roots of the grass itself. That building stood for over 500 years. In Newfoundland, 8 sod-roofed buildings erected by Norse settlers in 1021 are a UNESCO World Heritage Site. In Iceland, the turf house at Kelder has foundations dated to the 11th century. In the Faroe Islands, the Prime Minister's office still has a grass roof. 1,000 years of proof sitting on rooftops across the North Atlantic. You cannot build this way on a new home in any American city. The reason has nothing to do with weather, weight, or fire. It has everything to do with who sells you a roof and how often they need you to buy another one. The technique is not primitive. It is a layered engineering system refined across centuries of subarctic weather. Rough-hewn timber boards form the base. Birch bark, stripped in spring while sap is running, gets laid smooth side down in 6 to 16 overlapping layers from the eaves upward, exactly like shingles. 2 layers of sod go on top. The first is placed grass side down, so the wilted vegetation protects the bark and creates drainage. The second goes grass side up to establish the growing surface. Over time, roots permeate both layers and fuse them into a single self-reinforcing structure roughly 6 inches thick. The weight is substantial, about 50 to 100 pounds per square foot when saturated, but that mass is the point. It insulates, it absorbs rainfall, it resists fire, and it does something no petroleum product on Earth can do. It gets stronger with age. Start with what happens when the sun hits a roof, because the physics is where the industry's business model falls apart. The National Research Council of Canada tested green roofs against conventional roofs side by side and found that living roofs reduced daily air conditioning energy demand by over 75%. The EPA confirmed the numbers. Green roofs reduce cooling loads by 70%. Surface temperatures run 56 degrees cooler than conventional roofs. Indoor air temperatures drop by up to 27 degrees. A Carnegie Mellon study measured 75% less heat gain in summer and 26% less heat loss in winter through a green roof compared to the control. Your asphalt shingle roof absorbs heat all day and radiates it into your attic all night. A living roof absorbs that same energy and uses it to grow plants. The heat goes into evapotranspiration instead of your ceiling. No fan required, no compressor, no electricity. The roof itself is the cooling system. Then there is water. 2021 meta-analysis covering 75 peer-reviewed studies across 21 countries found that green roofs retain an average of 62% of rainfall per storm event. Michigan State University recorded 83% mean retention. Penn State documented summer retention rates hitting 100%. Every gallon your roof absorbs is a gallon that does not flood your street, overwhelm your storm drain, or carry asphalt chemicals into your watershed. And that last detail matters more than you think, because asphalt shingle runoff is not clean water. Washington State research found that algae-resistant shingles with copper granules leach copper at 560 micrograms per liter. Polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, known carcinogens present in asphalt, wash into stormwater with every rain. Your roof is not just failing to help, it is actively poisoning the water that runs off it. Now, the number that should end the conversation. The U.S. General Services Administration reviewed 200 research studies and concluded that the average green roof lasts 40 years. A conventional roof lasts 17 years. Green roofs on the Rockefeller Center in New York have maintained the same waterproofing membrane since the 1930s. That is roughly 90 years and counting. In Berlin, green roofs have been documented after a century of continuous operation. Meanwhile, standard 3-tab asphalt shingles last from 15 to 20 years. In hot climates like Florida and Texas, real-world lifespans drop to 12 to 15 years. But here is what should stop you. In 2011, GAF, the largest asphalt shingle manufacturer in America, relabeled its laminated shingles from 30-year to lifetime, with no engineering change and no material improvement. Just a new word on the package. Every major manufacturer except Tamco followed. The warranty structure tells the truth. After an initial non-prorated period of 10 to 15 years, coverage falls to zero. Wind coverage averages 5 years. A lifetime warranty on a product designed to fail in 20 years. The American roofing industry generates roughly $25 billion a year. Nearly 80% of that revenue comes from replacements. The business model requires your roof to fail. GAF, Owens Corning, and certain Teed operate captive asphalt refineries. They are vertically integrated petroleum product manufacturers. Roofing shingles consume roughly 20% of all asphalt produced in the United States. Owens Corning's own SEC filings state that their input costs correlate directly to crude oil prices. Every year, 11 to 13 million tons of torn-off shingles go to American landfills, where they take 300 to 400 years to decompose. Less than 10% gets recycled. Ask why there is no building code pathway for the alternative. The International Residential Code contains no chapter, no section, and no appendix for living roofs as a primary residential roofing system. Chapter 9 covers asphalt shingles, wood shakes, tile, and metal. A homeowner who wants to build a sod roof on a new home must apply for an alternative materials approval, a discretionary decision by the local building official. There are no prescriptive instructions. Structural span tables assume conventional dead loads of 2 to 4 pounds per square foot. Green roofs at 15 to 50 pounds per square foot require engineered design. Insurance companies have no standard classification for living roofs. Banks have no comparable sales data to appraise them. The Federal Housing Administration has no specific provisions. The system is not designed to reject living roofs. It is designed as if they do not exist. In 2001, a mayor who had watched 700 people die in a heat wave decided to prove that a roof could be something other than a liability. Richard Daley of Chicago authorized a 20,000 square foot green roof on City Hall, funded by a $2.5 million utility settlement. On August 9th of that year, with air temperature at 95 degrees, the adjacent Cook County building's black tar roof measured 169 degrees. The green roof measured between 91 and 119 degrees. A surface temperature difference of up to 70 degrees Fahrenheit on the same city block. That roof still retains 60 to 75% of all rainfall and saves up to $22,000 a year in energy costs. 3 years later, Ford Motor Company built a 10.4-acre living roof on its Rouge plant in Dearborn, Michigan. The Guinness Book of World Records recognized it as the largest in the world. The critical number was not the size, it was the cost. Ford's green stormwater system cost $13 million. The conventional concrete detention infrastructure it replaced would have cost $48 to $50 million. A $35 million savings. Bill McDonough, the architect, said that before Ford did it, anyone who proposed a 10-acre living roof would have been looked at as if they were speaking in tongues. Toronto proved it could work as policy. In 2009, the city passed North America's first green roof bylaw, requiring 20 to 60% coverage on new buildings. Over 16 years, it produced 1.12 million square meters of living roofs, a $50 million industry, 1,600 jobs, and 12,300 cubic meters of stormwater diverted annually. Then, in October 2025, Ontario's provincial government repealed it, calling it a barrier to faster construction. Germany proved it could work as culture. Munich has required green roofs on all flat roofs larger than 100 square meters since 1997. Stuttgart has mandated them since the 1980s. Across the country, 72% of cities offer stormwater fee reductions for green roofs. Basel, Switzerland has required them on every new and retrofitted flat roof for over 15 years, producing more than 1 million square meters and rooftop ecosystems supporting 80 beetle species and 9 orchid species. The roof your builder installs this year will be in a landfill before your children finish college. The roof the Vikings built lasted longer than most civilizations. The material is grass. The engineering is 1,000 years old. The only thing standing between your home and a roof that insulates for free, absorbs its own rainfall, and outlasts everything on your street is a building code that does not contain a single page about it, written by an industry that needs you to keep replacing what they sell.